military-led catalytic projects such as LA Live, Our Lady of Los Angeles Cathedral, and the new public administrative building. Her leadership has brought in $15 million in investment, $40 million in new tax revenue for the city of Los Angeles, and 90,000 full-time jobs. No delay. Let's welcome on.
So I think I'll talk to you from down here because I can project my voice. And thank you for letting me take a few minutes today to talk to you about what we do at the Los Angeles Economic and Workforce Development Department, which is located at 1200 West 7th Street. One of the many departments for the city of Los Angeles. I am the general manager. We have what may be of greatest interest to you, 9 business source centers in the city of Los Angeles. And each one has a loan packager, a loan underwriter, and they focus on access to capital for small businesses. Now, one of the things we do as a department and through our business source centers is we do micro loans up to $50,000. We help people get established, we help them get equipment, help them with their operating costs, and then we do small business loans up to $500,000. And then for the much larger projects, we are the lender of last resort with Section 108 Housing and Urban Development HUD loans for gap financing on real estate projects. So that's what we do. We have underwriters on staff too. So we help small businesses find access to capital. We help you figure out your revenue or your capital stack. How are you going to fund the business? How are you going to found the business? How are you going to expand the business? We help you develop your business plans, executive summaries. We help you with permits and licenses, particularly in the city of Los Angeles, since it's so large and challenging to do business in the city of Los Angeles. With certifications, we help you with market assessments. We help you find sites, site finding assistance, help you negotiate a lease, cash flow management. We help you with tax consulting, and also to get through the procurement process if you're attempting to do business through procuring government contracts and all the legal considerations that go with that. It's very difficult to start a business. It's challenging to grow a business, but we're there to provide you with that help. We also have something called a business response unit. We have people on staff we call it headquarters, but at EWDD, and they are people who act as the intermediary between business owners and city departments in the city of Los Angeles. And basically, the members of the business response unit help people navigate the city process, which can be pretty daunting. We have 40 different departments, and so we're able to connect business owners and help them just dig through that process and hold your hand throughout the process to get you through this, to get you your license, your inspections, and again, your permits. I'll write something somewhere and leave the business response unit telephone number and email for you. But just know this, that most of our services are free because our department is funded with taxpayer dollars. And you can find us on social media, follow us. I in particular really feel it's important to post as much information as we possibly can on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. So we're at LAEWDD, that's at LAEWDD, and everything we do is up there. So go to social media first, and then go to the website, and then I think you'll find most of what you need there. Thank you.
Next we have Ms. Shanita Nicholas. She's a corporate M&A. I'm assuming that's mergers and acquisitions.
Yes.
Okay, mergers and acquisitions attorney the law offices of Kirkland and Ellis LLP in Los Angeles, where she specializes in middle market private equity acquisitions and sales. Ms. Nicholas is co-founder of Sip and Sonder. It's a creative entrepreneurial hub and cafe and recording studio located in Inglewood. We've got 2 people representing Inglewood today. All right. As well as she is also the co-founder of the Los Angeles Black Investors Club. It's a nonprofit focused on providing resources to entrepreneurs and small businesses across Southern California. She's passionate about providing businesses, resources to the community through these groups. And finally, Ms. Nicholas received her Juris Doctorate and MBA from Columbia University and BS in Chemical Engineering. She's smart. Yes. And the Columbia School of Engineering and Applied Sciences. Welcome, Ms. Nicholas.
Didn't prepare anything, but I will go through each of the things I'm involved in. So I moved firms from Kirkland and Ellis to Alderton. I actually focused now on startup blocks, so it's much more applicable to a lot of things that we do. So we go from early stage, so setting up your company as a corporation, through your seed capital, Series A, through Series EE to get there, and then exits through M&A. I don't do so much of the securities work and IPOs, but we have some experience in that as well. So see that the whole round of things we like to bring that experience, which kind of led to us also with the LA Black Investors Club. So we are a 501c3 nonprofit. We focus on bridging the gap for entrepreneurs and startups within the community and investors in the community, and making sure that there's opportunities to have access to legal resources, business resources, capital, very similar to what you guys are doing here, which is amazing. We run a quarterly Black Business Bridge competition. We had one the other night on Thursday, and our main focus is really bringing VCs into the room. So, we love being here with Konnectory and with Veronica and connecting with you on that, taking it to the next level of really getting in front of venture capitalists, and then taking it up to the next level, a pipeline to other accelerator programs across the city. So that's a huge focus for the LA Black Investors Club. We also do workshops. We held a gentrification town hall maybe 3 weeks ago, both from the investor side. What does it look like and how can we really take advantage of the movement, and specifically we focus on Inglewood, but also from homeowners and people who are looking to come in. So really thinking through, well, how can we take advantage of the movement, and been moving for a while, but it's never too late to get involved, and so we really look to focus on that. And then lastly, with Sip and Sonder. So, pardon me, our creative director is here as well from Sip and Sonder. So our tagline is an existence of the Black lifestyle house and coffee shop. So the idea behind a coffee shop is really a space for collaboration, for growth, for really getting together with one another in your own community, and that's hugely important to all of us at Sip and Sonder and what we're doing there. So I may be talking with Jan a bit more because we are getting our last permit through the city, and that's been a fun process. But it is a process, and I think the more that people talk about it, the more collective knowledge that we have. So that is all the things that I do, and again, excited to be here and hear everyone's pitches, and thanks for having me.
John Brown was scheduled to be here. He's not here yet, so we'll continue. Next, we have Eric Holly. He is the Deputy Director of the Inglewood Airport Area Chamber of Commerce. He plays an important role in the city's renewal by working to attract new businesses and serve as a liaison between businesses and local government. Eric is a really good person to know. He knows the people know the people know. Mr. Holly has served as executive board member for the South Bay Chamber of Commerce, adjutant for the American Legion, president of the NAACP Inglewood South Bay chapter, planning commissioner for the city of Inglewood, the Rotary Club of Inglewood, Special Olympics committee and board member of the Crenshaw LAX Community Leadership Council. Please welcome Eric.
Good morning. I think it's still morning. Yeah. So I'm part of the greatest city that's going in the United States right now. We have some amazing things going on. I'm one of the key people that you you would need to see if you're trying to come into the city of Inglewood. I work not only with the chamber, but I work under the mayor as well. We have 2 Inglewood businesses here because we have Brass and Brass Realty here as well. Inglewood is just booming. We've gone past being just local news. We've made international news with the things that we're doing here in the community. The most important part to me is that we've taken in a 2-year period of time, our unemployment rate has gone from 17.5 to 5.5.
Wow.
There, on all these larger projects that we have going, there's a mandatory 30% local hire. One of the main problems we're having right now that everybody's concerned about rents and things like that. So we have a lot of affordable housing projects that are geared to coming into the community. I meet with a lot of investors, and that's one of the things I request, that they have at least 10, 15% local, affordable housing for the local community, so that people are not as concerned. But people need to understand that California is on the rise, because right now purchasing a house in Watts is about $500,000. You have a person that lives in Jordan Downs whose rent went from $750 to $1,150 in 1 month. So it's a California issue. It's not just areas where stadiums come. But we have 2 teams coming. We have the Rams, the Chargers, and we're going to have the Clippers Arena coming, which will open in 2024. So for Inglewood, we have the stadium opening in 20. In 22, we have a Super Bowl. In 24, we have the NC2A championship game that's going to be held at the stadium, along with the Clippers Arena opening. In 26, we have FIFA. In 28, we have the opening and closing ceremonies for the Olympics and probably basketball as well. So we're here on a whole nother level. I encourage young entrepreneurs definitely to come into the city because it's an amazing time to do it. I'm always here to help anybody. Jan is an amazing source. Talk to her, come see me, let us know what we can do to try to help you to grow.
Yes.
My job is to help you be successful in whatever you choose to do. Thank you.
So I first want to start off and say to you, we are all about connecting to communities, and I'm excited to say that Redwood Urban, a business that has over 16 high-end properties throughout Los Angeles, is very interested in using our service for their tenants. Now why? When it comes to letting things, there's a delay. Let's do this for the rain. Hopefully that will work. Okay. It's frozen. Uh-oh. Okay. Alright, sorry guys. When it comes to letting things go, it's a huge inconvenience, right? It's very frustrating and things accumulate. Therefore, our service allows people to conveniently remove and repurpose their unwanted items. We are all about convenience, even when it comes to lifting those heavy items that are really hard to get rid of. So, let's talk about the market. We are complementing the market in the moving industry, which is over $85 billion, and we're really focused on LA County right now. In regards to how it works, well, a customer goes onto our app and they schedule a scoop. And from there, we come to retrieve those items. We take those items back, we resell, recycle, and donate them on behalf of the customer. And then, on a clean dashboard, the customer is able to get their tax receipt, their reward points, and know how many things they let go in terms of pounds, keeping textiles out of landfills. So, how do we make money? Well, Scoop starts at $25. It is a premium service where we focus on helping the customer again when they need us most. We also focus on pricing per furniture piece, as well as accessibility into the building. Is there a service elevator? Is there a loading dock? And what about the things, again, that aren't so bulky? Well, those clothes, we actually charge $5 per 25 pounds that we pick up. Now, one thing that's very interesting that we've noticed through customer discovery is people need a little bit more when it comes to letting stuff go and moving. So we actually have Scoop add-ons now, which includes packing as well as cleaning services. So at these hourly rates, you're actually looking at 2 people coming in to assist you right off bat. Our product so far has been to test in Los Angeles, where the average scoop is $225, and and we've done more than pick up just clothes. We've done mattresses, couches, almost anything you name, we've did so far. Now, when we look at competition, again, most people at the end of the day, they really always want to let go of clothes. And so we find ourselves more so of a hybrid, where it's not really competition, it's more co-opetition. When you think of the nonprofits all the way to the consignment stores, we like to focus on nonprofits on the ground, but I know you're probably thinking there's Goodwill and Salvation Army, so that's why they're on there. But like I said, we really focus on the nonprofits that are helping people transition and make their lives better. So our go-to-market plans is to leverage partnerships as well as referral programs through real estate agents, through locations at the HOAs, and also leveraging ambassadors that are out in the community, maybe through the Nextdoor app. Looking for people that also, as you guys mentioned, we know prices are raising, but what if you get some gently used furniture? And by the way, you can again contact us to see what's in our inventory, and we can move it on from there. So this is some of the things that customers state in regards to both of these individuals. Well, one's a business and one's a customer, actual individual, has stated that they really enjoy this. It's all about the customer experience, and they look forward to using us again. The team consists of myself with a background in business in the nonprofit sector, as well as my CTO, who has actually sold his own company, and he specializes in AI, web and mobile technology. Now, I want to show this picture because Khalim over here on the left, he got laid off, and he's actually one of our scoopers. And one thing, you guys always hear about the gig economy, and it can be very challenging. It's a lot of wear and tear on people in terms of sometimes they're only making $6 an hour. We actually focus on fair pricing with our scoopers, and that's something that I pride myself on, is how can we boost the economy, boost the community to actually pay people $18, $20, $25 an hour. And so far, we've been able to do that throughout our scoopers. So why now? Almost everyone has stuff that they need to let go of. You're probably thinking of your closet, your home, your garage, or even that storage unit. Stop wasting fees there and allow us to come scoop it. Also, again, we save people time and money. Oh, thank you. I got the timer right here. Okay, 1 minute. And our key audience is baby boomers, focusing on downsizing and really, again, letting stuff go. And then millennials that transition and move quite a bit and very, very often. So we're actually focusing on right now continuing to test our model, and starting next year, I will be raising institutionalized money. Again, we are enabled by tech, so we are a tech startup. And I really do hope to see you at a doorstep soon, or if you have a business, we'd like to see you there as well. And just remember that we are Scoop, and we are the better way to let stuff go. Thank you.
Do you want us to ask a question? Or are you like staying on a strict timeline?
No, you can ask questions.
I have a quick question about the proprietary nature of the company. What's stopping someone else from doing what you're doing? You know, what's behind the scenes that makes you so unique?
Right. So one thing I always was ashamed about in terms of being a double minority founder is like my background. I didn't work at Google. I'm a non-technical founder. And it took somebody to say, your background, when you talk about what you've done in the community and business, is first of all really key for this specific type of business in terms of how I'm connecting and closing the dots between the have and the have-nots. In regards to the technology, there is actually something that we're looking to do phase 2. We do not have that right now. Everything that we've been doing so far has been more so manual processes by leveraging different types of technologies online. But again, that is a concern that I have, and I would talk about phase 2, but again, I'm really focused on phase 1 right now, which is again, how do we get to the doorsteps. But I will also say that this is not an easy business to do in terms of allowing and helping people to get rid of things. So you got to be slightly naive and a little bit of a Steve Jobs mindset to move forward with this.
What was the impetus for getting into this type of business?
What was the
What caused you? What brought you to?
Oh, my why, yes. I've had several whys. So I'm from Compton, and I specifically, always saw that people are in need. And the thing is, 1, everybody can't afford to shop at Goodwill. 2, I have at one point or another, I've been guardian over different teenagers where I needed things immediately. I didn't always have the resources and funds with them. And then 3, I kept seeing the issue of, like when my grandmother passed and people pass, you have this emotional grief that you're trying to work through, or maybe, the funeral, and then you still have all these items. So it can continue to be a pain point for different people. And again, it really pushed me to see, okay, yes, clothes are one thing, but it's sometimes those things that are overwhelming, or God forbid, you need to do something, but you're like working in another state. So it's just many different reasons, but my why really goes back to, again, closing the loop between the haves and the have-nots.
Now, I don't know of any competition out there that you would have. Is there anyone that's doing something similar? Or?
So when you look at things in terms of e-commerce, like resale, there are definitely those. Those often focus on more so higher brand. In terms of, again, what Scoop is, it is really a hybrid of several different things. And there is not anybody doing what we're doing specifically. Again, I've got to be a little naive to do this, but I'm so excited. And when I hear people say, oh my God, it looks so much better, and just the convenience we provide, that's really what pushes me through. So right now in the market, even when I talk to people for business purposes, they're like, we have not heard of this before. So not quite, no.
How are you currently funded?
So I've been bootstrapping this. One thing is, before we started this month, we started, our scoops are costing too low in terms of cost. But now with them averaging a lot more, the biggest, we're actually able to make profit, but one thing is I actually sometimes rent the U-Haul, so that's really eating into my scoop cost, like right off bat, which sucks, but gotta get the job done. So I'm at the tail end of bootstrapping it. The rest of the year I'm gonna be doing friends and family round before I again focus on doing institutionalized raising next year.
Can I see your last slide one more time?
This.
Yeah. No. Yeah. So see where. Can you talk through this just a little bit?
Yeah. So in terms of operations, you have the administrative team. You have scoopers that are needed. My goal is really to think of how do we do with a small team of 10, and this is more so factoring in that they are mostly 1099 currently, just in terms of when scoops are picking up. So keeping that in mind, as well as the technology. Right now we are only a web app. That obviously is our goal to have the actual mobile version. I'm pretty sure people are tired of the text notifications that they're currently getting right now from Scoop. Sales and marketing, so all the Scoop we've done, they've been specifically referrals only. And part of that is we cannot supply the demand that would come if things are actually marketed correctly. And so again, people, when they let stuff go, people have been thrilled to use our service. It's just like, how can we, meet that demand? And then in terms of product development, again, that goes back to the specific app, which would include the dashboard for the customer, as well as our internal dashboard to, again, track where everything is going and moving forward. Thank you, guys.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Did not expect that.
Oh my gosh.
My name is Enoch. This is my team of teachers. We're a team of teachers who come together to make it fashionable to be a reader amongst the youth. This is Koala in a Box. What Koala in a Box is the epitome of, let me say it's the future of education. In so much as, if I may, beautiful presentation by Kalani. I'm trying to follow up with what she was about to say. As Koala in a Box, what it is a unique brand of education rooted in literacy. My background is in writing books. What I did essentially is drop down in generations to write for the lady children. After having a measure of success with other books, I'm really from Houston, came to California, thinking, okay, I done this, I done made it. So I'm looking back and seeing these young mothers with babies, like, wow, I mean, it doesn't stop. So I'm like, how can I grab them? And understanding the research, I've learned that, like, right now, today, as a recent research I found, we're in a crisis proportion in the literacy. Years ago when I was searching, it's like, okay, the United States is like 15 years behind, or the United States, the literacy rate hasn't changed in 15 years. I'm like, wow, I thought that was something 4 years ago now research. Come to find out now we're in a crisis. And knowing what illiteracy does, it definitely breeds criminal activity off the top, you know. So that's what we are in a position to abate. Going off the script, let me say this here. We've come to the point, and you know, working towards a goal. I saw not to have finances be a problem, so I ended up monetizing the whole situation. And this is what Koala in the Box is. It's the tail end of like teachers coming together and said like we're gonna make this happen with or without anybody. So man, ultimately monetized is this 18-inch koala, which is a brand or a spin-off of eucalyptus, a television show. We sat down and had people made us offers and everything, but it's just all about us being able to be educated and not have to compromise for money streams. So essentially, reduced down into a package eucalyptus, aka koala in the box. If I may say, because the language is on the book, on the box comes like real crafted with affirmations. If you may see, well, let me just show it. It says on one side, reading feeds the mind. On the other side, it says reading is healthy. A child engaged is part of automatically, they got to engage on an intellectual level of reading. Comes with an 18-inch koala, a 2-episode DVD, and a no bully jersey. I'm stumbling right now because I have to introduce my partner teacher, Kalani, who is like the most sought after preschool teacher in LA County. The rich people or the celebrity, that's who they go to teach their children. 4 or 5 years old, they kind of went to 100. I'm looking at them like, using words like ascended, descended. I'm like, I mean, 4 or 5 languages, including sign language. I'm like, okay, so I had to partner with it because I always wanted to school. But if I may bring home boys, you may have a word to share with you all.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for having us here. It's been a pleasure. Like I said, I guess he spoke about a lot of what we do. The goal that we're trying to target nowadays is to have our own school on wheels. Because as we speak right now, there are children on the skid row that bothers me because they are being dragged down by the parents on a stroller, and they will take these children to Venice Beach. And I saw one particular parent that would put an attire to her child, and he wears glittery stuff, and he turned on the music for Michael Jackson, and he starts strutting, and he gets a lot of money. And as soon as he got the money, the dad would pick it up and go to the liquor store, and it bothers me. So I followed him, and I talked to him. I said, don't make me see you again. Don't do that again. So I asked them, where do you guys think? They said, but I always see them on the bus. So now I memorized where they go, and I said, I want a school bus where I can have it modified, even if it's a used bus, to have it open on the side, take out my table, teach them, give them snacks, and do the same thing over again. That's what we do. And also the anti-bullying, we wanted so bad to visit all the schools, educate the bullies and the ones that's being bullied, number one. So we want to open that youth center as well, where they can come to us because we are coordinating with different counselors. And see, a mind is terrible thing to waste. Thank you so much.
We are on the team of teachers, and we're competing against the entertainment business for the attention of these young children's mind. To be able to make it fascinating to be a reader, because reading our childhood, what brought me here was the fact that I read this event here in this, I'm like, whoa, had I not read this, I would not be here. I would not met everyone here, and I would not have gained opportunity. So the proof is in the pudding by me reading, right? And I have to make myself read. I'm not just going to sit down and read, So by me doing so, we brought us here. So it's like, I appreciate everybody taking the time out to come check us out, see what we're doing, and hopefully with you all assisting, we can change the paradigm. I don't have anything else I want to do. I'm doing what I want to do. So thank you everybody for coming out.
So I guess my first question, I'm a little confused as to what the business is. Is it a school? Is it a center? Is it the DVD? Is it the, like, can you kind of concisely say what your business is?
The business is it's a brand just like Montessori. Anyone's heard of Montessori?
Yeah.
Okay. What about Barney? Anybody ever heard of Barney? Okay. This business is a fusion of Montessori and Barney. Makes it fashionable. In order to grab these children's attention, you have to have something that's so compelling. Brand of education, a new brand of learning. Outside the box is mobile. There's an app that goes with it. It really makes sense when the app kind of like solidifies everything. Well, a child is like, she speak about Skid Row, they can't get to her services or can't afford her services. By having this form of mobile education, the child has and this is something I want to share with you if I could real quick. There's a leading developmental psychologist in Canada by the name of Gordon Noonsfeld. This guy touched it when he said we suffer from, he has a theory that he developed called the theory of attachment. And when I heard, because she had to go to all these seminars, and when I heard this, I'm like, this dude know what he's talking about, you know what I mean? Because he studied us as a culture, he studied other people, he's Canadian, and he's come up with a real live explanation of what's going on. Because the family's broken, we don't have much attachment. So here, lo and behold, you can lift his lovable and cuddable children automatically attached to him. I mean, so essentially, to answer your question, what it is, it's a brand, a new style of learning in the form of a box. And with the DVDs, and they're just like the monetized versions of like what Barney did. You know, I just followed the best that did it and capitalized off of that.
I'm still having a little bit of difficulty understanding the business.
Okay.
I think I understand for sure the need. I think you did a really great job of explaining the need. For me, I'm still trying to figure out what the business is, but maybe that's just me.
Maybe we can come back around to that, and I've been warmed up. I'm kind of safe, right?
So yeah, no, I was trying to figure it out too,
Okay.
whether you were promoting a mobile school and that this is one of the products that you offer.
Okay.
Am I right?
That's correct.
Okay. And then who is your target market? Is it LAUSD or is it social service providers that serve at-risk children?
It's the youth. Our primary target audience is the youth. Initially, what we thought, but then when you find out you have so many closet readers, you got download readers, you got adults having babies that can't read the birth certificate. Like, whoa, this is not just like I mean, we can't segue this off to just any type of age, right? Because you have grown folks out here that can't even read.
But where would you start? Say, who would you target, or what part of the market would you target in your first year or two?
Actually, we would like to target the indigent families, and particularly children that's in the shelter already, and anybody that would, like I said, are in the Skid Row.
So would you like them to buy your product?
Actually, we are giving this away.
Oh, we're not talking about that.
To inspire them to, you know, just like their study buddy, their partner, and it's like most of the indigent children never have the chance to really have something that they can sit, that they can hold on to. You know,
How do you
vision.
fund the manufacture of that?
It's just me
If I
and
may
you.
say so, we have people that really just see what we're doing, see our intention, I love it, like we want in on it, you know what I mean? So we got invoices to people who really just like, hey, we behind y'all, so in all actuality, that's reality. I'm honored, I mean, because this is the content of character that we represent, so it's like, you know, we just going with it, we are driving the wheel of the car, anyway.
So, I know a lot of the people you're after are the one in shelters and Skid Row, but then how are they going to be able to use this component?
The DVD?
Yes.
Not primarily Skid Row, okay, not primarily Skid Row, let's for the children period. I mean, reading is an epidemic right now. It's like,
Absolutely.
Whatever way we can get them, we need to get them. And maybe we came in too, because I don't have all the answers. Believe me, I don't. I'm just walking my path. It keeps me positive, keep me doing. Let me shout to my background. I never had a dad, no granddad, no uncle, none of that. You know what I mean? So for me, only by way of reading can I say I'm here able to articulate myself to you. I used to be the angry, confused little dude, and you know what I mean? As they are like that. The ones that's not here, they out in the streets mad. I mean, because they don't know how to think. So, if anything, I'm just a testament. And I don't have all the answers, I don't, but I know it's like for business-wise, that's my sport. I passed up a career playing basketball, football. You see me throw, you miss your calling. No, I didn't. This is what I want to do right here. I mean, so essentially, it's like this is a joint effort. You know, we just here, we came through. I read the information, I came through. So it's like whatever you have to, because my staff is very degree, but I came up the hard way. So it's like I had to go through a trial and error thing, you know what I mean? However, but it's like it's whatever. I mean, I figure out you're more esteemed, more educated than myself. So it's like let's join together. That's why we're here. Just take it to the next level. It's an item that sells. The program is like it's a beautiful program. People are like jumping on board. I'm like, I'm just okay, you know, just going with it, just putting the right people around me to make sure. It doesn't fail.
I have one more question. Since you're a nonprofit, have you ever thought about applying for grant funding to support your outreach and education efforts through the Department of Education?
We have thought about it, but when it came down to like the money side of things, I'm like, and we even had people that want to straight up buy after for a while, but when it come down to the money side, it's like, now you see what I'm doing? You know what I'm saying? Why just? Okay, when it comes down to money side, I feel like it's better for us just to go after the money ourselves as opposed to waiting in line, knocking on doors, and try to get money. That's the reality of it. So this was really just koala right here, you know, when we were doing the school tours and the videos and children. But then like when it comes down to the money, we need to finance ourselves. If she wants to go to the grant, we got credit card, and I'm like, man, listen, this is what we're gonna do. We was at a meeting in Beverly Hills, somebody offered us $350,000 for this right here, for the koala. I'm like, we're gonna explore our options. We left the meeting and came out and because I know if we put these together, we're gonna get the money, we'll make the money we need. I mean, so this is a monetized version of what we're doing. Our way of pulling ourselves up by the bootstrap, our way of financing ourselves. We move these, we're able to do more shows, we're able to build our curriculum. So that's kind of like how it's been going because it has to be out of necessity. You know, me, myself, being a project. I'm sorry. Appreciate it.
It is really a good day here. There's 3 beautiful judges here.
Too close.
Wow,
So, there's 2 parts to it. I moved from New York and I was in Brooklyn and I was in
we'll get this show on the road soon.
study around, just get away.
It's good to meet you, Commissioner.
Looked up the word fonder 2 years ago, and it's the realization that everyone around you is looking out and applies it on everything. And it's just so fun.
I can't wait to work with Inglewood Commissioner here. Y'all see this handshake right here? That's the shake right there. They getting it done in here.
Yes, we are.
For
Just
real.
a start.
Yes, beautiful energy, beautiful energy.
Good businesses.
Yes.
Very impressive so far.
Awesome. So everybody's getting ready to pitch their ideas. And who comes in the door? If it's not Miss Delu, hey, beautiful queen. Where's Yolanda? I ain't getting you on camera. Where's she at? Is that her there to be present? He's here, getting it ready. Tell him who you are.
My name is Daryl Crutchfield.
And Daryl Crutchfield,
Yes.
why are you here today?
I'm here because God blessed me to be in such a lovely environment with such lovely people doing lovely things.
You're so beautiful.
And bubbly as myself. And I'm modest too. Anyway, my company is called Business on the Mic. We help people start their business from beginning to end. We also help families and individuals and companies of all sizes make money, save money, and get a tax-free retirement. Yes, we also have an entrepreneur contest called 100 CEOs coming to a city near you. Please contact me at www.businessonthemic.com. We'd love to have you. You're doing big things. We got this beautiful lady. She would turn the camera on herself, but then you couldn't see me no more. What fun would that be? See this face? You think they got 2 of these? One.
Bless you, beautiful king. Thank you. Everybody ready? say something? You're live here. Tell me who you are.
Keith Johnson, and I'm happy to be here.
Amongst the greatness.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Really good ideas here.
Okay.
All right, sorry about the technical difficulties. I'll do my best to work around them. I'm not used to presenting, so bear with me. My name is Daniel Mason. I'm the president of Stream It Right, and I'm also the creator of one of the most disruptive, groundbreaking changes to video content marketing that the industry has ever seen, and I call it Media Day. I've been mastering the process and the art of producing video content for over 20 years. I've produced and edited over 50 films, hundreds of music videos, literally thousands of commercials and other types of content for my clients. I've received over 60 domestic and international awards for my work in video content creation, and my clients include every major network, tons of celebrities, athletes, governmental agencies, but most importantly, hundreds of small business owners, entrepreneurs, and membership organizations. And I'm certified in virtually every type of video content creation and content marketing that you can think of. I know just about everything there is about creating videos. And what I've spent the last 3 years working on is what I'm here to talk to you about today. It's literally so groundbreaking and game-changing that the traditional processes that have taken me 20 years to master, I pretty much made obsolete on my own. And I call that solution Media Day. So I want you to think about what Netflix did to Blockbuster, or what Uber did to the taxi industry, or what Airbnb is doing to the hotel industry. All these businesses are disrupting the status quo with technology and innovative approaches to doing things that are very common. And that's what I'm doing for video content marketing, but on a smaller scale. And I created something so powerful that traditional video production companies and editors like myself that have built businesses on video content creation are pretty much going to be obsolete in a very short period of time. I firmly believe that if you don't make yourself obsolete, somebody else will. So in a nutshell, I figured out how to virtually eliminate the 3 main barriers that prevent business owners, corporations, anybody that's trying to market themselves from using video as their primary marketing tool. It doesn't matter who you are, what type of business you have, what niche you're serving. 90% of your success depends upon how you market your business. That's the one thing that every business has in common, whether you're just getting started up, whether you've got an established corporation or a multi-billion-dollar corporation, we all need to market ourselves. And video is by far the most powerful form of marketing. In 2018, they've estimated that almost 80% of internet traffic is going to be video. It's the reason why Google bought out YouTube. It's the reason why Facebook has adopted live streaming technologies and integrated video as part of their main marketing strategy. Everything is moving towards video. And if you aren't, then you might as well not be marketing your business. But many businesses can't or don't use video as their primary form of marketing. And even though it's the most powerful form of marketing, and I ask myself, why is that? There's pretty much 3 reasons. First, video has a very steep learning curve. Most people have no idea what types of videos they need, why they need them, and what to do with them, even if they have them. Oh, excuse me. Okay, well, I'm very, very behind then. Second, video is very time consuming, and nobody's ever figured out how to speed up the scripting process, the shooting process, and the editing process. And last, video is notoriously expensive. Just do a Google search on video marketing for your business and see what pops up. Video production companies are charging anywhere from $1,000 to $10,000 for just one video. And we all know that these days, one video isn't going to cut it to run your marketing campaigns. You need videos for your online ads, your social media posts, your sales funnels, your websites, your email campaigns, and the list goes on and on. Where do you go to get 60 videos done for your marketing campaign? Wouldn't it be great if you had tons of marketing videos already done, ready to go, so that you could have them in advance to to launch your creative marketing campaigns online. Where would you go to get 60 videos on? Well, up until now, you'd have to call some video production company and watch them laugh in your face. And you say, hey, I want 60 videos done. How much is that going to cost me? How long is it going to take? They're going to laugh at you. But don't worry, the solution is here. It's called Media Day. I know my time is short, but I've basically broken down Media Day into 5 different services that solve the main 3 problems. They make video easy to understand with a proprietary color-coded system that I've created that allows you to quickly identify what videos you need, why you need them, and where to use them. At my company, we produce over 100 types of marketing videos. You may think, Pam, I didn't even know there are 100 types of videos that I could use for my business. We create over 100 types of videos and we break them down into colors so that if I know what your goals are, who your target customer is, what type of traffic you're targeting on the internet, and things like what stage of your client's journey or your sales process they're in, I can quickly identify what type of videos you're going to need for your campaign. Then the cool part about Media Day is I've actually developed a system that eliminates 80 to 90% of the time and money that it costs to script, shoot, and edit marketing content. Basically, clients simply fill out questionnaires, and my system basically transforms the answers to those questionnaires into hundreds of video scripts automatically in a number of minutes. Second, which is the real crux of why I'm here, is that I basically figured out how to edit marketing content live on the fly. So that means that a 30-second commercial, I can produce in 30 seconds. A 1-minute video blog update to your website, I can do that in 1 minute. So imagine how many 30-second commercials you could do for your business in a 4-hour period or an 8-hour period. Literally, I've got tons of case studies for different types of industries. Since we're at a fitness place, these are some of my fitness clients. They've done 60 videos in 8 hours for their business. And, and all for less than the cost of what you would pay to get one video from a traditional video marketing company. The presentation is a little bit more robust, but essentially I have 5 different services that are available for everybody from independent business owners all the way up to multi-million-dollar corporations. I showed it to Fox a couple months ago and they tried to steal it, so I'm here to just present the capability to you guys and answer any questions that you may have about Media Day or myself.
Yeah.
How long have you been in existence and how are you funded?
I've had my previous company was a straight video production and post-production company, which I owned and operated for 15 years. 5 years ago, I saw the change in the market and I began to pivot from the traditional video production towards what was going to be new in the next 2 or 3 years. So I got into live event streaming and what was still cost prohibitive for people in my radius. And by doing that, shooting live events, people would hire me to do their seminars and shoot their corporate events. I was sitting there editing these events live, and I realized if I could use this technology that I'm using for these events that are designed to do this in a way that it wasn't designed for, I could learn how to create content, short-form content for businesses live. And that's where the epiphany is, and for the last 3 years, I've been developing this, and last year I've been testing it, and it's finally ready to roll out. So I've been doing it with individual clients, and I'm looking to form some strategic partners with people that...
So who's your target market for the first 2 to 3 years?
I think there's 2 main target markets. The first would be membership organizations, people that provide business development services for a pool of existing clients that need help with their marketing, where I wouldn't have to engage them individually. So engaging chambers of commerce, engaging professional networking organizations and saying, you already have a pool of people that you know need marketing because we all need marketing. Let's partner up and create these media days so that they can come and get the marketing that they need in order to execute the campaigns that people that have a more traditional marketing background can help them execute with the proper content. That's the first niche or people that I would go after. But then the second is professional speakers, people that have intellectual property that needs to be transformed into content that can be monetized or marketed. So people that have ideas, everybody in here has an idea. I'm a master at transforming those ideas into tangible content that can be marketed and sold. So I spend a lot of time at at events like seminars and places where people already have intellectual property that has value that they haven't been able to monetize in a new way because they don't have the content.
How have you protected your system?
Well, I had a conversation with a patent attorney last month, and I was very reluctant to even show the process to him. You know, I had like a 30-point PowerPoint slide that showed exactly how I do it, and he said, "Danny, this is groundbreaking and revolutionary. I'm fully confident that it's patentable," but once he broke down the process of what it would take for me to patent it, you know, I was looking at about maybe $30,000 to go through the whole process. And then he said, even once you have it, defending it would be very difficult as well. And I've experienced it firsthand, taking it up to Fox, working on their show, Shots Fired. I produced 300 videos for their TV show in 8 hours. And the heads of their marketing got on the phone with the other heads of their content development department and said, "Why aren't we doing this for every single show? Danny, show us how to do this." And I said, "I can't show you how I do this. Why don't you just pay me?" And but rather than that, they tried to replicate it, and I won't use the word steal, but it's so groundbreaking it would basically put their content production element of their business out of business, which is why I'm actually a threat. So I figured I'd bring it back down to people that actually need it and aren't really in a capacity to steal it or whatever. They don't really care. They'd rather work together and do some things. So, but I have spoken with a patent attorney thinking it's very, very lucrative and something that is patentable. That's probably what I would do if I had some initial investment, was steer some towards that. I'd rather have the patent and have to defend it than not have it. But I'm actually a creator. I've been doing it for 20 years. So if somebody trying to replicate what it is that I do with 20 years of experience and using technology in a way that I can, bravo. By the time they do that, I'd have the new version or the thing that's outpacing whoever it is that's working with it.
So, like, kind of off of that, what's your goal? Because it seems like it could be, you want to go the VC route and really brand this and package it and do B2B sales. It could be huge, but I'm not sure that's what you want to do. It doesn't seem like that's what you want to do. Can you talk a little bit more about your personal goals with the company?
Yeah, I think for myself, you know, if you saw me on a regular, everyday basis, like, I don't wear slacks, like I don't have a collar shirt on like 90% of the time or whatever. I'm basically like a genius that sits in a cave that comes up with really innovative stuff that's so progressive that is that it puts me in the vanguard. And for me, you know, I have a very formal background in education and stuff. I just need to be in the right position with people that have a business vision.
Yes.
They could actually lay out some paths for me, but know that the quality of what it is that's already been created and the mechanism has been tested and it works and it's highly coveted by people at the highest level. So I'm actually open to different paths. I'm an entrepreneur. I've never had a 2-week check in my life, so for me, I love being in places like this, even if it's just to share. Even if there's somebody here that says, "You know what, Danny, I'd like some videos for my business," or Jan, you said, "You know what, go follow us on social media. We've got all the resources there." I'm like, "Yeah, well, would you like 100 videos to just blast off for the next 3 months?" I can do that in one day.
What's your price point?
Right now, depending on which of the services, but the flagship service is called Media Day. It's in 4 to 8 hours. You get unlimited marketing videos within a 4 to 8 hour period. We do all the scripting for you, all the graphics and everything. The price point for that is currently for 4 hours it's $9.99, and for 8 hours it's $17.99. But you get an unlimited number of videos. So in a typical 4 hour period, depending on what type of business you are, you maybe get like 30 to 40 videos. And if you look at the cost per video, which is something that business people have like talked to me about, "Dang, what's the price per video?" I'm like, you know what? Most of the time it's less than $150. You know, so if you go to a traditional video production company, at the very least you're going to find stuff starting at $300 to $1,000 for one marketing video. And if you can walk away with 40 marketing videos for less than $30 a video or $50 a video that are all customized and you don't have to do anything except fill out some forms, I think that's a very powerful resource for people that are trying to market themselves online.
So, 2 things. One, is there actually a plan to patent yourself? And how do you plan to go about that, for one? 2, although you have like chambers or, this like jams and things like that, how do you reach out to the entrepreneurs like in this room to encourage them to come and go your way to promote their business?
I've done that, you know, I've traveled around to many workshops and things like this or whatever, and I found that the people that are like sitting in this room for the most part aren't my target customer. Even though they see the value of marketing and they understand that, they're not willing to spend any money on building their business, so they're not actually my target market. I found that the people that are my target market are people that are paying $500, $1,000 to go sit at a seminar for somebody to teach them about marketing. And these people that are ready to buy something from the back of the room that costs $1,000. So for them, people that they already understand marketing are more my target market. So I'm already engaging them. I'm at these places, these people hire us to shoot these events, these marketing seminars with all our multi-cameras and, you know, all this stuff, and I'm there with all these people that are spending $500,000. These are my target market. So I just basically engage the people that are running these events, and I say, hey, here's a service that we can partner up on, that it's a new revenue stream for you. You basically just say, hey, in addition, we're going to run a media day sponsored by my organization, by my chamber or whatever, and you're making money, and I'm not dealing with the acquisition of clients that aren't my target market. I know who my target market is. I've even seen it on the high level, and people say, Danny, well, just because Fox told it, why don't you go down to Lionsgate or something like that? I'm like, yeah, I could, but the people that actually need it are people that have businesses that are trying to market themselves. So that's what I'm going after. I'd rather have a liaison or a strategic partner that focuses on business development services. They could do the acquisition and just know that they've got something on autopilot that's very powerful that can enhance the value of what it is that they deliver to their
We're gonna have to wrap this one up right now. We got quite a few more to see. Thank you.
Everybody hear that number? What's my phone number?
1-800-UNITE-US.
All right. It's wonderful to walk in the room with black people and see, and they know the number. That's something, right? Not only about our company, but about black folks here in LA who know that it's important to recycle black dollars and support black-owned businesses. My name is Charles Brisker, and I'm the founder of 1-800-UNITE-US. Probably just about the coolest number you ever heard of, right? 1-800-UNITE-US. It's also the most important number for Black America. Why? Because we unite people with black-owned businesses. How many people ever had trouble finding a black business? Raise your hand. I did. I was determined to get out here and support black business. I started back in the 90s after the Rodney King situation, realizing that a lot of our problems and solutions are economics. In other words, the more money we spend with each other, the better off we're going to be. So I had a tough time finding black businesses. And one reason is because of our names. Most of us do not have ethnic names. Right? We got Jones, Marshall, Johnson, everybody else's name. And that makes it difficult. So like a person, say, looking for a list of doctors, they see Dr. Lopez, they know who he is. Dr. Suzuki, they can narrow him down, right? But what about us? So we need a number. Right? Just like, what's the name? Nicki Minaj says we need rappers like this. We need numbers like this. 1-800-UNITE-US, Black 411. So anything you're looking for, could be an attorney, bail bondsman. We got one here. A restaurant, just about anything you need. All you need is to remember one number, 1-800-UNITE-US. So you can call us, text us, email us, and then we'll get right back to you with the name of that business or black professional that can provide that product or service. Okay, so what I'm looking for is $100,000 in exchange for 10% equity in the business. Any questions?
What do you want to spend the money on?
Great question. Well, a couple of things we want to do is spend the money on expanding the business, hiring more people, doing more promotions, like to get some billboards up around town where they see that number 1-800-UNITE-US in our red, black, and green. So let me ask one of you, what's the significance of red, black, and green?
Red is for the bloodshed of our people, green is for prosperity, and black is for the color of our skin.
She knows. All right. Represent. And who came up with those colors? Who said that? What's the name? Marcus Garvey. See? So there's also a learning curve here. We can give our people some history, right? Let them know about some of our famous black businesses, like Maggie Walker. She's the first woman to come up with a bank. first woman to own the bank? Who was the first black woman, or first woman millionaire in America? Self-made. C.J. Walker, black woman, right? We can give each other some pride in black excellence. Who has a 3-generation black-owned cleaners on Central Avenue? There you go. Right? So we have a lot of excellent black businesses. We also have a lot of money to spend. Anybody knows about how much money black people spend each year in this country?
Trillion, right? 3 trillion, 8 trillion, like black women. Like
spend multi-billion-dollars just in the hair industry, so
right,
we spend trillions of dollars.
Just in the hair, it's over $1 trillion a year.
We are the buying power in the United States.
We spend over $3 billion a day. Let's think of that. Between now and sunset, we're going to spend a couple $1 billion in this country. The question is, who do we spend that money with?
Right.
Right?
What might,
Not us.
Not us.
Or are we
Well, I would say not enough of us. But some of us do. Some of us are getting our hair done right now. Some of us are using a black garment right now. Some of us. But more of us need to use it.
So what makes your business a $10 million business?
$10 million?
You said you want $100,000 for 10% in the company, so I'm trying to understand how you're valuing your company.
Would that make it 1 million or 10 million?
It's 1 million, sorry.
1 million, that's what I thought. That's what I was thinking about 1 million. I think with the sale, we have an annual membership of $300 a year, and I would say in the growth within the next 4 or 5 years, we could get up to that type of revenue.
So where's the revenue coming from? Are people signing up to be on?
Exactly. We have a couple methods of income generation. One is people sign up with our business. Say you're an attorney, right? You sign up with us, people call us for mergers and acquisitions. Let's say they look for a black attorney that does this service, and we let them know about it. Just a quick story about an attorney. When I first started, somebody called us. They needed an attorney, so I referred them to one of our attorneys, and the person came back angry. He was upset. Said the attorney was rude. And so I called the attorney, and it turned out to be another attorney that worked in that office. Happened to be the other attorney's husband. But anyway, so I let him know what we did, and he was very apologetic. He called the lady up. She got her feeling okay, and so she called back, talked to the attorney that we referred, and came and thanked us the next week because the attorney was able to handle our business, right? So that's just an extra service that 1-800-UNITED provides. We work with the caller and with the business owner, right? If there's a problem, we want to know about it. If they're happy, we want to know about it. So most of the people that call us are happy about the service. We have people that have been calling us for over 10 years, all different types of businesses. So it's a great, great way for business owners to connect with people that want to do business with you.
So what's the $100,000 being used for? I guess I'm trying to understand from an economic perspective what you're trying to get to next.
Okay, like to expand the business, hire a couple of salespeople, also do promotions too, like I was saying, put some billboards up. We do things on the internet through social media, through our email broadcasts. We have about 20,000 people in our database that already have a history to support our black businesses, right? So we just want to expand that.
So one thing when you're asking for money, especially when you're getting into beyond friends and family rounds, so $100,000 is still friends and families, and you're starting to look towards $500,000 to seed. There's a return on that investment that anyone who's going to give you money wants to see. And so I'm trying to understand, based on your revenue model, how do you get that return for someone who's looking to invest in you in that amount if it's not going to be through another avenue where you don't, and maybe you can think about other ways if you don't think you can provide that kind of a triple, multiples X return, or is that your intent?
Well, I'm looking at 10% of the equity, so in other words, 10% of the money that we bring in goes to the investment.
Right, but I guess, so how much do you bring in a year?
Okay, let's do about 80,000.
Okay, so if someone is bringing $100,000 to you, but you're only making $80,000 a year, so how long will it, I'm trying to get to the best, you know what I mean? Like, what's your actual sell to someone to give you $100,000?
That's what I believe is that with that kind of investment, we can easily double or triple our revenue. And then over a few short years, the person could get their money back, and then after that, it'll be all profit.
No, I get, and I ask so many questions because I think this is such an important business, and I want to see someone do it right, and I want it to be you, honestly. Like I think it's so huge to have, and really being able to answer those kinds of questions. I mean, and, just starting to think about how you respond to that, so that you can really bolster up the business in a way that is going to do exactly what you're saying at that grand scheme.
Right. There's something else I want to mention too. Somebody called in, they said our business is racist. Why is it racist for black people to help each other and support each other in business? Why is that racist? Is it anti-Christian for Jews to support each other? Is it anti-Mexican for Asians to support each other? Right? But why is it racist for black people to support each other? That's crazy. Right? So this white guy called me. I got mad. I gave him the number to call. It was for a gay business. So there's really nothing wrong with us doing it, right? We need to do it. We got to do it. You see who's president now, right? So they're cutting back. They're cutting back on housing subsidy. They're cutting back on health care benefits. They're cutting back on a lot of. That means that we have to step up. We got no choice but to step up.
That's right.
And the best way for us to do is to take that $3 billion we spend every day and spend more with each other. Okay, so I just want to ask the audience a question. Just give you the name of a business that you might call in for, a type of business. That you might call 1-800-UNITE-US for.
Real estate.
Real estate. Okay, somebody calls for real estate, brass and brass. And that's how we do it. You just call, you just text it. It's not complicated. It's something we do naturally. If you see a good movie or you got a friend that's in business, you tell people, right? Well, we just do it hundreds of times a week. That's the only difference. And so we like the service, like you to call in. If you have a business, please contact me so we can find out more about your business and send you some customers. How would you like that?
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much. You know what time it is? It's time to unite us.
Yes.
So you heard that story, or you read that story about a little girl who's deaf, and there was an earthquake that happened, and out of fear, she ran, and under the bed she hid. Her hearing sister was trying to get her attention to come and get out of the harm's way. But the little girl was frightened. Number one, she couldn't hear her sister. She closed her eyes and hoped that the fear would subside. Now, imagine today, you as an adult, perhaps an earthquake situation happens, and we know it can happen here. And you're in your house, the building collapses, and maybe you're pinned down, something's on top of you, and you can't move. You as a hearing person have options. Community emergency responders are canvassing the area, knocking on doors. Is there anyone inside? We're here to help. But you're deaf, and you're pinned, and you can't move. What do you do? What if you cannot hear the sirens to alert you of an emergency disaster or an evacuation notice? Rescue workers cannot give you the urgent information you need right away. You've lost a loved one in a natural disaster because you were not prepared. Sign With Me saw the need, and we met the charge. We realized that there was not enough information available to alert the deaf and hard of hearing community, as well as those with access functional needs like wheelchair, or cane, or even bed bound, can't move. wasn't a lot of information available to explain to them what they as individuals can do during a time of emergency or disaster. And so we were given the opportunity, as Sign With Me, we're a nonprofit organization, and our mission is to bridge the communication gap between the deaf and the hearing worlds, communities. And we do that through cross-cultural awareness programs, like classes, workshops, diversity training, interpreting services as well. And we were given the grant opportunity to actually create these videos. And we were able to compile, using the Los Angeles County Brown Book, capturing the different topics and different types of disasters that actually happen. And we've made it visual. It's an effort created for and by the deaf. The entire cast, except myself, being the founder, executive director, the entire cast, deaf, hard of hearing community. And all of them were SAG actors and actresses who were struggling, trying to find work in their industry of interest. And they came together with this humanitarian effort because they support the cause of making sure that there's equal communication access for them as well as the hearing to understand the need and provide it. And so we were given the grant and we were able to complete the very first of its kind, American Sign Language Emergency Preparedness Video Project. So there are 4 short videos compiled into one, and it's about 32 minutes long. Okay? And so, did you know that 80% of Americans are not prepared for disasters? So if you have 28 million deaf and hard of hearing in the United States, that's 1 out of every 10 persons you have a deaf person. You have about 3 million here in California alone. What are we doing to make sure that information is available? One way we can do that is through education. Okay? And this is what this tool does, is it educates, it empowers, and it teaches the deaf what they need to do. We also have a signature piece that's specifically dealing with deaf and hard of hearing emergency readiness. So we've been doing things in the community to raise awareness, to make connections, and our goal is to simply be able to get corporate sponsors that can buy the units so that we can distribute them free to the deaf community at various different events. And we're in the process of planning screenings. We're in the process of going to the deaf institutions, organizations, churches, and we want to be able to give the product away. Why charge them for information that we have readily available for free? So our ask is $150,000. That was sponsored for each of the 5 events we have planned, going to Deaf Festival, Deafopia, Cal State University Northridge, etc. And I have a list. Being able to provide a reduplication and free distribution of 1,000 units at each event. So I'm inviting each of you to be able to join the movement to educate, empower, and inspire.
Yes. Beautiful. Bless you, Queen. Bless you.
This is something that I think you definitely should get grants for. Yes. Absolutely, because this is something that the government should be helping to chip in to take care of. Because yes, yes, it's emergency. So have you done that, or is this something you would be willing to do?
Absolutely willing. We have, and starting in the community, I know they have different approaches, and it's finding that approach to FEMA. And so I'm needing to learn what that is exactly. In terms of the city, we're connected with Los Angeles City and County, and we're in the process of planning a public safety workshop for 2019, where we invite the deaf community and those with access functional needs to come out and learn what they can do to be educated about emergency readiness. So we're making connections not only socially in the community, but also with our entities, emergency management coordinators, and things of that nature. And so at the end of the day, when we go to the deaf community, we still need the product to give to them. Yes. And that's where we're looking for the funding.
Have you gone? I'm sorry.
No. I was going to say you need to get to politicians.
Yes, can you help me with that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So have you gone through any procurement processes so that you can get, go through a competitive bid process and get selected and then end up with contracts with counties, cities?
We just recently started that, applying to, I did warning, but applying to become vendors for the different counties. And so we were able to successfully complete LA County, Riverside, and Orange County. And so we're in the, beginning stages of trying to tackle all those areas.
And then what about ultimately, not that this is the best time, but FEMA, federal organization, or emergency recovery organizations, have you begun that approach?
Not yet, but definitely go, yes.
Well, I guess one thing I did want to ask was, beyond giving it free to individuals, are you looking at doing any B2B for corporations who have to prepare their employees?
One of the part of our workshops that we do for diversity training, we actually go into corporations and share about how to improve their employee relations with the deaf and hard of hearing employees that they have. And we focus on teaching more industry-related science to their particular industry. So if you have someone that comes in as deaf or hard of hearing, you at least know some basic signs that you can kind of engage to make that person feel like, oh, you're trying to be of service to me as well while you're waiting for an interpreter to show up.
Yeah, because even through all the corporations I've been to, there's a lot of people that come in for different areas of characteristics of a person. I've never experienced one that really approaches this group of individuals. So it would be really interesting to see how you explore that.
Awesome. Mike Mariano, County Presenter, Electron Water Distribution Center, computer engineer. I engineer my own products. I didn't get up here and tell you I'm a genius or nothing like that, but better graduate high school. I did. I got 2 college certificates, one in computer engineering, one in electronic technology. Don't have any degrees. I shouldn't know how to do this. I'm not gonna get up here, like I said, and say I'm a genius and let y'all be the judge. But if y'all can get up and join me over here in this next area, gotta get that paper together.
Right here for the pitch. I'm gonna pitch some of this watermelon in my mouth.
All right. So are we ready?
Yes.
No, the other one. You ready? I think you wait on the other judge.
All the judges.
All the judges here?
You are a judge.
The judge.
So we know that you are here.
There she is right there.
Right here.
Okay, all right.
All the judges are here.
Well, how many people up in here like to say money? Money? Like say money. How many people in here know that we need to conserve water? Oh, let me turn this on. All right, check this out. See, what my machine does is automatically what we do is we build electronic water distribution system. You see, I ain't touched that with the water turning on themselves, right?
Wow.
So we build electronic water distribution. I build electronic water distribution. I build it on my own. I build it in the garage just like Bill Gates, Steve Jobs. You know, all the $1 billion corporations built that in the garage. I've been building this machine for about 2 years now. It's been in my house for 2 years constantly. I know it works. It's been dropped in water. My son did it about 2 weeks ago. It's been dropped on the ground. I do it all the time. And I can control the water from any temperature with this machine right here. So what we do is we take this machine, let's turn it on. Now, I can control any temperature. I can control hot with the red button. Turn it off. Let's get it going. See the controller tripping already. Right? Stop tripping, man. Stop tripping. Please. Don't do this for me right now. That's one. If I turn on the code, turn it down. I can get every temperature. I don't care what I'm go back in, go over here behind the door. I can go outside the door if I want to. Turn on every temperature of this water. Sanitation needs. Sanitation needs. Whatever temperature we left this on, I don't gotta touch it. I'm waving my hand on the side right there, wash my hands off, and I'm going out the kitchen and do what I need to do. Just don't turn it off.
Wow.
Can you bring me that cup over there, please, Travis? The cup, please. The orange cup, please. Okay. So that's it. Where we at? Wave my hand. How many waters do it give? How much cup? How many is this? This is about, nah, I say that's about, how many cups?
A half a gallon.
2 cups, right? All right, now check this out. All right. What I want to do is, I want to switch the cups out. You hear the beeps?
Mm-hmm. Wow. Chef the front.
This is going to give me 1 cup. Exactly.
Whoa, remote water. Wow.
This is going to give me exactly 2 cups.
Wow.
So when my rice said I need 2 cups of water for my pot, I don't gotta touch nothing. I just get my 2 cups of water, put it up in here, put it back on the stove. Going about my business, man.
Go on, man. Go on there.
You got
Go ahead.
So now on the other hand, also on this machine, this apparatus right here, what it allows me to do is it allows me to set my dishes, my dishwater time, my dishwater mode, which means I can fill this bowl up. I can save it at the height that I like it 100% anytime that I want to by hitting this button in the back and hitting this. Hold on. Hit that. Hit a long beat. The timer starts. So when you first get this system, you do this the first time. You let it run. However high you like it.
Wow.
However high you like it. You got that zero, right? So what we want to do is save that right there. We get that long beat, right? So what I do now is to get that same setting, I just have to hit this button and wave my hand. Now that same setting is gonna come up. And it's gonna go off on something.
Okay.
So we're gonna save water. We're gonna conserve, we're gonna save money. We're gonna save a whole lot of money. Wow. We're gonna save time. And it's cool. What's not cool about it? Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh no, I forgot. It's doing its own thing right now.
Okay.
Going too fast. Going too fast, It went off on its own. You hit a long beat. That was the timer set that we set it to. So every time you come to here now, in order to run your dishwasher, you're gonna hit that button. It's going to where you save that every time.
That's cool.
Man, dude.
Okay, how many women thinking about the bathtub?
Hold on for a second.
Run the tub while you on your way home.
Now, I already have that completed.
Yes.
I have. Yeah, this thing tripping. Hold on for a second, man.
I got me a tub of water running. I'm on my way home.
Yeah.
How many people y'all got one of these?
Yeah.
Y'all got one of these?
Yes, sir.
All right. So this right here, right? What I do when I use this machine, I can actually control it from this.
Come ahead.
Just in case this right here gets to acting all crazy, I can go to my app. I hook it up. It says it's not available, but it's all right.
Wow.
It's not. Hook that up. Let me see. Let's see what we can do. Here we go.
We have time.
That is incredible.
So when I hit this button, my phone, warm, cold. If I want to change the cups, just hit cups.
Wow.
Even if I want the motion sensor, without the motion, I can hit the motion, and it'll do what it needs to do.
Wow.
So God is good. God bless me for that. Like I said, I'm not gonna tell y'all I'm a genius. I'll let y'all do that on your own.
Go ahead. You a genius.
And I'm done. Thank you.
What a blessing. Wow.
The electronic water distribution center. How much did it cost me to assemble? Well, that one right there cost me $34.
Wow.
$34 to assemble. When I really make it, it's gonna charge 50. It's gonna be about 56. Let's see. I got about 4 machines right here in my hand. I got about 20 machines built already. I'm ready. I've been working on the machine for about 5 years. I have in these machines also. I did not have anybody do my patents. I did them myself. Okay, great. Good.
Wow.
I disconnected it. That's supposed to do that.
Okay.
One of these patents right here, just turn it up. Oh, anybody want to turn it up? So, now, this machine right here, that machine right there, the patent for that machine right here has 3 units on it. This patent has 3 units on it, which allows me to make 3 different types of this machine off just this one patent. As well. Machines that I cannot present because they're too big, and my computer paying one for the top. Present that. But I have, like, back to the statements. Money. I'm looking for $300,000, and I'm looking to give 5% equity to anybody who is willing to greatly participate with me and willing to join this great journey with me into electronic water distribution. Now that machine, on the other hand, like I said, if that machine cost me, let's see. These are all the parts for the machine. I have everything I know from top to bottom. That machine I built from every component up. If I was to rate that machine professional, it wouldn't be $50. It would maybe charge me about $102, and that's because, like I said, I priced every one of the components to build one machine. But to build 1,000 machines, it'll be about $87,000. From that $87,000, we'll go and say each machine costs $87 now instead of $102, right? Okay. So now instead of doing 102 times 1,000, we just do 87 times. We just do okay. We got $87 for the machine. Now, the machine I'm selling it for the price of $389, which is cheap. The reason why I'm selling it so cheap is because I got so much more that's killing that. That's just a diamond and a large diamond field that I have. That's a very small diamond as well. I'm selling that unit for $309. So what's my profit out that unit? My profit out that unit would be $302 off one unit. Now if I sell 1,000 units, that's $302,000 just off 1,000 units. And I checked the census.